Monica here. You've tuned into the Monica Brant Show, and I'm live here at the LA Fit Expo. Make sure you've subscribed, you've liked, you've hit that bell for more awesome interviews that are coming up, much like the one I have right now here with Mr. Phil Heath, 7-time Mr. Olympia. Oh my gosh. So excited to see you again. I don't know when it's been. I've seen you in person other than all the awesome social media stuff, but like it's a blessing to see you again. It's been a long time.
I think it's been 6-7 years. I think the last time we saw each other, we were in Toronto Pro Show, I think, with Val.
Okay, then that has to be like 10 years.
10 years
or more.
Wow.
Yeah,
time has flown by.
I know, right?
Goodness.
Because we're 2022, and
Holy
I have not
smokes,
been to Toronto. Well, I mean, I won a show there in 2010. So I don't know.
Like maybe right after that. Holy smokes, time has flown by.
I know. Well, you look great.
Yeah, you do too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're aging well, right?
That's right. That's what happens when you live well.
Yeah.
You know?
So what are you doing? You're here at the LA Fit Expo.
Yep.
Where are you? What booth are you
I'm
in?
at
What do you got going on?
1248, and this is my first time back. I was here 4 years ago, and it's great to be back, especially after this whole pandemic, you know, and shout out to the guys over at the LA Fit Expo. They've done a great job, Jane Haber, Mark, and the whole team.
Right.
But, I'm just down the way over there, having a great time, you know, and really just experiencing being present with the fans. Being at home doing Zooms nonstop, it just wasn't good for me. Mm-hmm. This is great for me.
Right.
Okay. Right. Just being in front of people, hearing their stories of triumph, you know, because everybody always wants to ask us questions, but to be able to reciprocate that and actually ask them, so what drives you? Like, what got you into fitness?
Right.
And how can I be of service to you? That was something that, you know, yesterday I just had such a great time doing.
It's an honor, right?
Yes.
To be a part of people's lives and their journeys, even if it's just for that moment while you're interacting with them and caring about them.
Yeah. Because a lot of the time, you know, people look at this as a very selfish sport, which it can be.
Right.
But I always say, like, my nickname being The Gift, it's something that I give back.
Right.
I focus on myself. I created a pretty good legacy, I would say, tying Arnold with 7 Mr. Olympias.
7 Mr. Olympias.
Being able to share with them how I went about, you know, having that structure, having that discipline, and how they really have that. They just necessarily haven't claimed their goals quite yet.
Right.
You know, everybody wants to be better, but sometimes it takes someone who has achieved something at a little bit higher level, even though they may not be a competitor, to use those same characteristics in other aspects of life.
Well, the neat thing about being here with your fans, too, is that you get to see so many people and you get to invest in their life, and you never know that one conversation you have, that one thing that you say to them, the one bit of support and encouragement, and how that can literally change their whole trajectory of their life, and it could maybe do a whole 180 and make them view something different or be more excited about what they're doing. I mean, it's such a great opportunity to be here with the fans and to do that, and
most important,
and just to be kind of mingling with the people that help keep the industry going too.
Right, like you can only do so much through the phone.
Yes.
You know, with Instagram and everything like that.
Right.
It's different when they can look into your eyes and they can hear you speak and let them know that they're not alone in this journey.
Right.
I think a lot of the time, you know, the gym has meant the same thing for a lot of people dealing with depression or mental health. Everybody's go through some ups and some downs, but they can always be relying on going back in the gym, you know, focusing on themselves for a little bit. But it's what we take out of that experience into our daily activities that can really develop some really cool success that have nothing to do about our health.
Right.
Creating better self-confidence, creating better communication with self. The self-talk that we have when we get underneath a squat bar can be the same conversation that we have when we're getting ready for a board meeting, a Zoom call, an interaction with a client.
Right.
You have to have confidence, and you have to know that someone has already really been there and have that confidence to have that rippling effect is what we're talking about here.
Exactly.
You know, every person that we're going to meet, every person that watches this, like you said, it's just a ripple in the ocean. And to hear them maybe come back and say, gosh, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, this was me. We took a picture here at the Expo, and this is who I am now.
Right.
It's awesome.
It's fun to see those fans that, like you said, you've taken the picture, and then they come back a few years later or the next year or whatever it is, and then you can see what the changes are in their life. Or even if you end up following them on Instagram or something, you can see some changes for them, and it's fun to encourage people.
Absolutely.
You know, I have had a really awesome time here over the last 2 years doing this show from home, like you said, on Zoom, right? Like I've been at home hosting this.
Yes.
This is my second time to come on the road. I was at the Arnold this year for the first one, and then we're here with Legendary Foods. And it's been so fun to get to interact with the people like you, the legends of the sport. And I am so impressed with the wisdom, the care, and look, I might get choked up. It's just wonderful to hear the care for the people from the people like you.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just, and I've talked to so many of the guy the men bodybuilders, right? And I just love how they care about people, and it's so different than what the outside world looks at you guys potentially, or even us girls. Like, you're so vain, or they're just so into their body, but being able to talk to you guys and develop a friendship over the years and a camaraderie and an understanding for what you've done in the sport and a respect for that. But having that time to just sit and talk like we're doing now.
Absolutely.
It's so fun to just get to know you guys and to hear how you care about other people. And I love that the fans get to hear that too, and it's going to make them want to come meet you and see you and maybe buy whatever you're selling,
right.
and follow you and keep your legacy going.
For sure.
Too.
I mean, it's definitely, like we said, I mean, it's all about giving back. This is not just about us and doing commerce. Obviously, there is that part of the sport.
I gotta earn some money too.
But at the same time, it's just providing them that feeling of knowing that they're not alone in their own journey, that other people out there do support them. And if I can just get them, maybe not that 10%, but maybe 1% better.
Right.
That's really what they need to develop some relentless momentum going into their new week. Obviously, it's Sunday.
Right.
So these are awesome events we were able to do for the past 10, 20 years that fans would come over from all over the world, be able to hear some positivity, and it's what they take into that Monday, that Tuesday, that Wednesday.
Right.
We don't necessarily call it hump day anymore. We're going to call it a different day where we can actually create so much freaking momentum going through the weekend that we're just happy. Like I've been telling a lot of guys that have come up to me, and some women as well, what is it that you want really in life that would make you emotional? Have you really thought about your goals, where if you close your eyes, you envisioned truly what it is that defines success for you, defines achievement for you? Harness that feeling after you visualize it.
Right.
So when things get tough, just know that that's just a part of it.
Right.
But I'm chasing my future self of what I dreamt. So you have no more bad days.
Right.
Because we live in a great time. Even with people want to say that this world is messed up. It's always been messed up, but it starts from within to make the outside better.
Yeah.
Just like we have to be within ourselves to go out and perform in bodybuilding. We have to make sure that we're reducing stress to do the job.
Well, you also have to put yourself in stress in order to have success, right?
Yeah.
Like the stress on the body, going through these crazy workouts and the diet and everything that we've had to do in order to build the physique.
For sure.
We have to go into a time of failure to have success in every way. But it's how we walk through that failure, mentally. And I think that's what you're trying to say.
Oh, for sure. There's no fear with that.
Right.
You have to continue to have faith in something.
Right.
And realize that when you have fear, you're basically eliminating your dreams.
Yeah.
So if you continue to have that faith in yourself, and for me, it's faith in God of doing wow, I never thought I would be a 7-time Mr. Olympia champion.
Right.
I never thought that I would have a line of people that would wait for me. I'm still remembering when I was an amateur back in 2004, waiting 4.5 hours to meet Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
Now I have that experience.
Right.
Holy smokes, I'm so glad that I didn't give up on myself when things were bad.
Yep.
So I think everybody listening has gone through things that are bad, and they've gone through those whys in the road, but they can be certain of this. Anytime when they keep a positive attitude, when things get rough, they come out so much better with a different badge of honor that they get to say, you know what, I want more out of this life.
Right. I love it. I love it. Well, that's awesome. So what do you have coming up next in your personal
so I'm definitely busy now on the road doing more of that. I was
more
here.
Traveling.
Yeah, more traveling, more podcasts. I was just on a podcast with 𝗬𝗬cie House.
Okay.
So that's releasing here pretty soon. Doing a lot of stuff with different personalities from ESPN. I'm actually later on this year releasing my documentary Breaking Olympia. We're deciding what platform.
Okay.
But that's been co-produced by Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia.
Wow.
So it's definitely going to be a banger.
Yeah,
so we're excited about that.
How exciting.
Got some plans about the 2022 Olympia as well. My involvement with that. Potentially, I might commentate. So that might be a new path for me. But overall, I'm busy. I'm moving and I'm grooving. And
You're moving, shaking, and I love the fact that you talked about your faith in God and having, that is a part of what drives you too, probably.
Always.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have acquired what I've done without his help. So, I have to give credit where credit is due. And, I know my creator, but it's important for me. It's, and I know it's important for a lot of other people, but they also have to know that guys like me aren't just being shy about that.
Yes, you have to speak out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something I feel very passionate about. But overall, I'm just very blessed to be able to come here, hang out with you, and, meet more fans. So I'm going to get back to my booth, but man, this was sick. Tell us about this real quick. I didn't even know.
Legendary
you guys got some
foods.
snacks.
These are awesome little tasty pastries.
Nice.
So you've had Pop-Tarts in the past?
Of course.
I mean, who hasn't had Pop-Tarts, right? So yeah, these are just a healthy version of Pop-Tarts, but they're actually healthy. Right?
Awesome.
I mean, you can see right here, 5 grams carbs, 20 grams of protein, so a little snack.
Very
and of
good.
course, I like to have them, at night if I'm craving something sweet and I can get by with that. But
That's
it's
right.
a great company. They're out everywhere, and as you can see, walking right into the LA Fit Expo right up front here.
Awesome. Well,
Great group of
congratulations on that
people, and
too.
It's been fun getting to know everyone here too.
Heck
Phil,
yeah.
thank you so very
it's my
much.
pleasure.
And I can't wait till your documentary comes out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be something else. We've got Dwayne Johnson's in it.
What?
Jay Cutler's in it. Steve Weinberger's in it.
Oh my goodness.
Dexter Jackson, Brandon Curry, Tim Grover, the
All
legendary
these
Tim
big,
Grover who trained
awesome
Michael
names.
Jordan, Kobe
Wow.
Bryant. And we also have a gentleman by the name of Kai Green in it. So we get to talk about everything.
Wow.
Everything from my childhood on. So you're going to learn a lot more about me as a
Phil
man.
Heath.
Yeah, as a little boy and turn into a man. You're going to learn about that side.
Wonderful. I can't wait to see it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
know when it comes out, I'm going to have to watch it. And
Oh, yeah. Bring your Kleenex. It's one of those.
Aw.
It's definitely awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing so much
No
today.
problem. No, thank you.
Blessings for your rest of your time here.
Yes.
And I know you're going to make a big impact on everyone you get to talk to. And so thank you so much for your time. You guys
Thank you.
make sure you check out Phil. Where can people find you online?
At Phil Heath.
Easy enough.
At Phil Heath. Yep.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Monica Brant Show. Make sure you go find Phil if you haven't already. I'm sure you have already, though. And thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, hitting that bell for notifications. Stay fit, love life. We'll see you next one.